I'm making some pasta. Don't mind the dirty surfaces. You know, it's a real kitchen, unscripted material, you know what I'm saying? So, usually how I like to start my pasta is just a bunch of tomatoes just in a pan. Just, you know, normal baby tomatoes. These are like good tomatoes. I want to mix them with some like slightly bad tomatoes, like some cheap tomatoes, just to bulk it out a little bit. Hopefully the oh sugar. Hopefully the good tomatoes overshadows the bad. I just put it in the pan, just let it do its thing. You know what I mean. My boy has made some delicious chimichurri. I'm making pasta, but I don't know how I'm gonna eat it with, you know what I'm saying? Just throw the chimichurri in the pasta. I'm gonna chop some parsley to finish, garnish my, ooh, what's this? Gonna back a bottle of wine today.
Maybe tomorrow.
Tomorrow? You got stuff to do?
Tomorrow.
Oh. Chop up some parsley. Oh, is this chili?
Yeah, it's chili. It's not crazy hot, but maybe like yeah, that's probably how much I put in that, and you can try this. This is not crazy hot.
I'm going to put a sardine in it as well. What I like to do. Oh, sorry, anchovy. Ooh, should I make sardine pasta? Some anchovy sauce in there. I'll grab a small bowl and
Grab bacon.
oh,
Throw in your pasta.
actually,
Why not?
what else you got in here? Oops. You know what? Put some cheap prawns in there as well. So while the tomatoes are cooking, I'm gonna bust open a pack of prawns. These are frozen prawns. Frozen prawns are always good to have. You know, you just frozen prawns, I guess. So yeah, smacking up my anchovy, bones and all. I like to keep the bones and stuff like that. I'll throw that in there. And we're gonna go in with a couple cloves of garlic. Me, I don't even peel my garlic when it comes to pasta. What I'll do is I'll just crush my garlic and just, when it's crushed enough, just throw it in there. Get some more garlic in there actually, because who doesn't like garlic? Right now we'll chop the parsley. This is going to be like some finishing parsley, so it's not really going to be an ingredient, more of a garnish per se. Brings like an aromatic flavour to the whole pasta at the end. My housemate doesn't really like parsley in his pasta, but me, I love it. And then what I like to do as well is I like to get a little bit of lemon. Just douse on there. Because you can add a little bit of water to sugar. Get it to chop finer, but does the job too. What you can also do when you're making tomato sauce is you can leave some nice tomatoes for finishing at the end. You know, chop some good tomatoes at the end and just kind of garnish it. That's always nice. Indian Pale Ale, 6%. Very nice. As the tomatoes are cooking, I'm gonna give them a little squash to allow them to go from being a solid tomato to being an actual tomato sauce. Now when you do crush your tomatoes, they're not red. They're more like an orangey, bright orangey colour, which is really nice. What I like to do is add some tomato puree, and that really brings the redness to any like tomato. Also brings some flavour as well. Flavour's always good too. Kobe, beautiful. So now we're kind of like working a sauce. We have added some tomato puree, so now this sauce kind of needs to cook out. A lot of times when I'm making a tomato sauce, you can kind of taste the tomato puree is not cooked out yet. Taste a bit artificially sweet, and if it's artificially sweet, you kind of need to let it cook out some more. Now this sauce is just olive oil and tomatoes, and that's it, which is a good whole foods. Oh, I've added a bunch of stuff like, you know, sardines and stuff like that, but I'm going to put this in the fridge. I'm going to go ahead and change the water again. Because these are flash frozen, they defrost quite easily. Just give them a couple of those. Sit it in water a little bit longer, and then they'll be ready. Ooh, fuck! They'll be ready to to chop up. Now what you're gonna do? Oh god! I'm actually get started with the pasta. Okay. Boom. As you can see, pasta's really coming along nicely. The sauce isn't oh sorry, the water isn't boiled, but the sauce is kind of getting to where we want it to be. So as you can see, like, you know, fishing out some skins scooped out from the sauce. Garlic skin there. As you begin to like cook it out, it starts to go from like tart to like more of like the sweetness of your, well, what I've used is cherry tomatoes, but the sweetness of the cherry tomatoes, or the sweetness of the tomato that you used, will start to come out. Like, this is tasting a lot less tart and a lot more sweet, like naturally sweet. And that's kind of what you want when you have your pasta. No sugar added, but just a natural tomatoey sweetness coming from your tomatoes. You can see it's starting to get thicker again. You can see like all the stuff, like, you know, this is, you know, garlic. The garlic so looks like it's starting to crush up, you know, with the spoon. Boom. What do we do? Add a little bit more water. You know what I'm saying? So that we're not cooking out the bottom. Boom. More water in there, which means that this can cook out for longer and cook out for longer. Beautiful. Look at that. Smooth, almost like you got it from the Dormio bottle. Obviously a lot better, man. No preservatives, no bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Beautiful. Pasta water. Regenerate. Oh. All right. Boom. Pasta exposed. Prawns. By this time, prawns should be nice and defrosted. Look at that. Beautiful. What I like to do is I like to cut it in threes. Tail part, middle part, top part. Throw it back in. Just simple threes. chunky little bites. Beautiful. Give it another wash. Screws everything out. And we're gonna just go in with that shrimp, with that prawns, with those prawns, sorry. Look at America. You'll start to see the prawns go from this white color to like a light pink. The more it cooks, give some time to do it nice and slowly. Throw in our pasta. Beautiful. See? Boom. Gone a little bit white. Beautiful. Cooking it out. That's what we want. Mmm. My pasta. It's al dente. It's going in. Alright, cool. Pasta is al dente. A little bit chewy, but we're gonna let it finish the cooking process in the sauce. Boom. Get the rest in there. We want to bring in a little bit of water just to moisten up the sauce, and yeah, the natural starches in the pasta should thicken up the whole thing, you see me? Keep flipping. What I like to do, even though this is cheese, you shouldn't really add cheese to it. But me, there's no rules. Just the tiniest bit, just to give a little bit of cream in there. Just a little bit of cheese in there. A little bit of lemon juice in there. Silky. Then, last but not least, parsley. At this point, it comes off the heat. No more heat. A little bit of just this fresh chimichurri in there. Fresh flavors in there. Just 2 spoons. It's already got like some parsley in there. Oh, lovely. And just like that, we have our pasta. Okay. Serve it in your pasta bowl of choice. Jesus. Fuck, put the whole thing on there. My God. And that's it. Prawn pasta with chimichurri sauce. I don't think it's gonna be cool that, but that's the vibes it's giving me. Beautiful. I love it more salt. Ta-da! Thanks for watching. I'm gonna go eat and have a nice nap. God bless. Bye-bye.